comment somewhere saying that, in fact, that the Nigerian, well, a yacht in ordinary understanding is a luxury jet for pleasure, for pleasure trips.
Is, yes.
Yeah, but you know what I was told is that there was that the Navy had called the NNS Amaria.
I want you guys to also understand that Nigeria is a joke. When I mean it's a joke, it's a laughing stock amongst other African countries. That's how they laugh at us. Now, how will a president think in his own rightful senses of buying a yacht like worth in the billions? You just want to buy it for cruise. Now, people are not asking, why do you want to buy this? Not that the money is there. You want to borrow to buy this kind of cruise yacht for what reason? They say it's an escape route. Who's pushing you, Mr. President?
The supplementary budget submitted by President Bola Ahmed TINUBU requesting the allocation of over 7.3 billion naira for the procurement of cars for the presidential villa, as well as an additional 13.5 billion naira for renovations, continues to generate reactions. A further breakdown of the 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget submitted to the National Assembly on Monday revealed that the federal government earmarked 12.7 billion naira for the presidential air fleet and intends to spend 5 billion naira for the purchase of a presidential yacht. The proposed sum is under the capital expenditure of the Nigerian Navy's budget. Additionally, the Navy will require 62.8 billion naira for its operations. The government, however, earmarked a total of 5.5 billion naira for the Education Loan Fund under the Student Loan Act, eliciting outrage among many Nigerians. Well, let's take some reactions. This is from Kalu, who wrote, Nigeria has a spending problem, not a revenue problem. Cars for First Lady, 1.5 billion. Student loans, 5 billion naira. I mean, the cars for the office of the First Lady are 30% of the student loan allocation for all students across Nigeria that qualify. Explain this to me, please. Well, another Twitter user there goes, presidential yacht belongs to Nigerian Navy, not TINUBU. 2. The history of the procurement and approval started before Buhari. 3. A budgetary proposal by Nigerian Navy can be approved or rejected by the National Assembly. 4. Nigerian Navy proposed 3.3 billion naira to buy presidential yacht during past federal government, not JEJ. 5. Newspaper headlines to sell business. 6. Budgetary approval is not the same as cash release. Well, another Twitter user there goes, the presidential fleet already received a 13 billion naira allocation in the 2023 approved budget. Now, another 12 billion naira allocation in the proposed supplementary budget. Why? The Office of the National Security Advisor also received 73 billion allocation in the 2023 budget. Now, another 29 billion. Well, Dr. Abati, I feel like all I'm saying is billion, billion, billion. But I know that, historically, these budgets always elicit reactions by many Nigerians. This presidential fleet budget, I believe, from the past administration, we've spent about 73.3 billion naira on presidential fleet alone. I mean, a lot of questions here. People are asking, where is the money going to come from? Where is this money going to come from? Today, I see on this day, on the cover from the ministerial retreat, President Bola Ahmed TINUBU seek National Assembly nod to borrow another $7.8 billion and another 100 million euros from external loans. Where is the money going to come from, Dr. Abati?
Okay.
Borrowing.
The president yesterday was saying that, borrowing is not a crime. Mm-hmm. And earlier on this program today, I said, yes, while borrowing is not a crime, Nigerians are concerned about the quantum and the fact that in Nigeria we borrow for consumption, not for production. And that the appropriate emphasis should be on production rather than consumption. Okay? So the argument that borrowing is not a crime, yes. The ordinary man will consider it a crime. If the money that is borrowed, if the money that the government is asking for in the supplementary budget is going to be used to buy new vehicles of over 2 billion, to buy a yacht of 5 billion, to buy vehicles for the First Lady's office for 1.5 billion. And I think that the National Assembly has a responsibility to make sure that they look at these proposals from the presidency with a fine-tooth comb, in line with the expectations of Nigerians. Nigerians are being asked every day to make sacrifice. The people in government should also make their own sacrifice. Now, on the question of the yacht, I've seen a comment somewhere saying that, in fact, that the Nigerian Navy used to have a yacht. Well, a yacht, in ordinary understanding, is a luxury jet for pleasure, for pleasure trips. Is, yes. Yeah, but you know what I was told is that there was a particular yacht that the Navy had called NNS Amaria. Look at that name; they even give it. NNS Amaria, and that particular yacht was seized from a former governor, and then the Nigerian Navy converted it for training purposes, you know, and also for ceremonial purposes. But that particular yacht was decommissioned in 2011. Now, what we do not know is whether or not the Nigerian government had ordered for another yacht. But, you know, in the thinking of the ordinary man, they would think that this should be a period for austerity on the part of our government officials. And, well, the only yacht that I have boarded is that of Femi Otedola, the billionaire. And, you know, it was luxury that I saw around, you know, for the few minutes that I was inside on board, you know. But the truth of the matter is that when Nigerians hear yacht, they think of luxury. So if there is any background information, because it's even possible that the yacht they are talking about has been ordered, and they say it's the Nigerian Navy that is going to use it. No, Dr. Batu. So they need to give us information.
Have you not seen the request of the
5 billion.
It is there.
Yes, in that, for the yacht.
So if you're asking for 5 billion, it's not a yacht that has already been ordered.
They have a lot of explanations.
Okay, exactly. Because
and Nigerians are saying, we don't need a yacht. Yes. Can we cut our costs, downsize, and be sensitive to the people's feelings?
I'll take more reactions because there's a lot. This is from Brother Bath, who wrote, Tinubu's presidential yacht, luxury in penury. 133 million Nigerians live in multi-dimensional poverty. 20 million Nigerian children of school age are unable to attend school due to poverty, while 37% of Nigeria's children are malnourished, exposing them to retarded development. 2. Inflation in Nigeria is at all-time high of 26.72%. The country's total debt stands at 87 trillion naira, and its debt service to revenue ratio is a whopping 73.5%. Since removal of fuel subsidy and plummeting naira value, most Nigerians go to bed hungry. Businesses are closing down, while job loss is on the increase. 4. Amidst this harsh economy, pains and penury, Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to procure a presidential luxury yacht. 5. Can someone justify this for me again, please? A lot of questions. Then let me take Okweoluwa, who wrote, and this is something that I want to discuss. The USA used to have a presidential yacht called USS Sequoia. The Sequoia is a yacht that served 8 US presidents, the last being Herbert Hoover. Jimmy Carter became president when the USA economy had just exited a recession and was battling inflation and unemployment. Jimmy Carter, setting a cost-cutting example, ordered the presidential yacht sold in 1977. Till date, the USA, a $33 trillion economy, does not have a presidential yacht. Nigeria is in the same situation as USA in 1977. Rather than cut costs, our public office holders have gone on a spending spree with reckless abandon, as though it's out of fashion. You ask Nigerians to endure pain. But what pain are you enduring? Whether it will be funded or not. Why is a presidential yacht in the supplementary budget? Why the rush? I'd like to come to you, Ayo, on this story. But I also want to say that, like I said earlier, this has always elicited public outcry. Yes. Back in 2016, former President Buhari had said he was going to sell 2 presidential jets out of 10. Yes. We don't know if that has happened. I mean, but this is the point that I want to make.
Okay, so I'm really glad that you read Opeoluwa's tweet, because that was where I was going to come up from the US and the Sequoia. There are many countries that actually have a presidential yacht. And let me put it out there, because it's under the Navy does not mean it is meant for combat or meant for security. It is actually, in fact, in the US, it used to be called the floating White House, and was given to the president and high-ranking officials in government to get away from public life, you know, a little luxury, so that even though it comes under the Navy's purview. So let's not get deceived by, oh, it's under the Navy's budget. It is still what is supposed to be a yacht. It's not meant to go to battle. It's not a weapon of warfare. It is not going to be used by the Navy. It's going to be used by the president, just in the way that we have the presidential fleets.
When Olusegun Obasanjo was president, he didn't buy yacht to escape anything. When Yar'Adua was president, he didn't even buy this kind of yacht to escape or whatever is chasing this Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Goodluck Jonathan was a president. He didn't even buy this yacht to escape anything. Even the worst president in the entire universe, Buhari, did not even purchase a yacht. Now, you came into power, all you could think in the first 6 months, in the country that the economic is ridiculed, all you could ever think of is to buy yachts. To do what exactly, sir? Yachts, maybe, I don't know, maybe yachts can cool off a shaking hand or a shaking head. I don't really know. What is yachts for in a country like this, that the Naira is ridiculed, the economy is finished, and nothing is moving? All the president could think of is to buy car for the Senate, over 500 cars, borrow money, billions to buy cars for them. They're not facing road. This Senate bought cars last year, bought cars last 2 years. They want to buy a car again. What for exactly? We don't know. I'm sorry I'm shouting because it's just so annoying. What for exactly? We don't know. They just want to purchase more cars and cars and cars. You are not facing roads. You purchase a car today, next day you are complaining that the car is already damaged. Now, the money you guys are spending in purchasing cars, why don't you focus on fixing roads whereby one car can serve you for 4 years? Even if as that it must be mandatory that you should buy a car, why don't you buy a local made car so that Nigeria can know exactly amount to purchase those cars? Never. Every opportunity comes, they share the money. Now, it didn't end here. While we were busy complaining about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu buy yachts for himself, now the same Bola Ahmed Tinubu is asking 1.5 billion, not million, for the office of the First Lady, Remi Tinubu. 1.5 billion. 1.5, not 5 million, not 500 million, 1.5 billion, which is 1 billion 500 million for the office of First Lady. What are they going to do with this money? Say they want to buy car and also to renovate. How many cars? That your country is a joke. Nobody is talking about it now. Now let's watch this particular video of how your president is seeking 1.5 billion for the First Lady. Then we'll be right back to do some messages.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is said to have submitted a supplementary budget to the National Assembly. Request the First Lady is set to receive 1.5 billion naira for the purchase of new vehicles. The budget request is said to be part of President Tinubu's broader proposal, which includes a 2.17 trillion supplementary budget for approval by the National Assembly. Within the supplementary budget, the government intends to allocate 2.9 billion naira for the acquisition of sports utility vehicles designated for the presidential villa, and an additional 2.9 billion naira for the replacement of existing vehicles at the presidential villa. Dr. Abati, you know that this will raise a lot of eyebrows, but you know that there is more. The breakdown of the proposed expenses also include the sum of 4 billion naira for the renovation of the residential quarters of the president, while renovation of Dodan Barracks, the official residence of the president in Lagos, would also gulp another 4 billion naira. Also, the sum of 2.5 billion naira is budgeted for the renovation of Aguda House, while 3 billion naira is budgeted for the renovation of official quarters of the vice president in Lagos, bringing it to a total expenditure of 13.5 billion naira.
This is just the beginning for all of us that don't really care enough. Thank God. You voted him. You supported him. Now let's all bear the pain together. I wish maybe they can just share the pain, like those that voted for him will bear the pain with them. but we can't do it. Anyway, for those of you that are watching this particular video, what do you think about your country and how they borrow money to share amongst themselves? What are your take about all these things? I want to hear from you in the comment section. Until we meet again, stay tuned, Plan B TV. For all of you that voted to APC, we are in this together. For all of you that voted Peter Obi and they stole your vote, or you voted Atiku, they stole your vote, God will console all of us. Until the next 8 years, let's see what we can do or bear nothing then. All right. For all of you that watch this video to this moment, God bless you. For the remaining days of this year, God will elevate you. Whatever you wish for, you crave for, you desire, will come to you in ease. Please, if it's your first time coming across our video, take a moment of your time to subscribe. If you do, turn on your notification bell so you'll be among the first person to be notified anytime we upload a new video. For all our returning subscribers, God bless you. If you are watching this particular video from Facebook, please follow us. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. For all of our returning viewers, God bless you. Until we meet again, stay tuned, Plan B TV. Peace out.
Don't forget to subscribe to get notified. And as you they share your support, now say God bless you too.
Sense on the bed.
Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV. Oh, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV.